likes this song. What is this? You like it?
Yeah, I like it.
So, what do you like about it?
I like that it's smooth.
Smooth. Would you say it's seductive? Would you say it's sultry?
I wouldn't say it's like,
Would you say it's sexy?
I wouldn't say it is
Would you-
sexy.
Would you say it's slick? Would you say the groove is slippery? Would you say the lyrics might be salacious? Would you say the songwriting is stupendous? I'm not hearing a lot of responses over there.
Are you done? Oh, I was waiting for you to finish.
Oh. Just, trying to get more information.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out what it is that you like. Because apparently, Radiohead is still easing their way in.
Well, I do like Radiohead, remember? I told you I listened to No Surprises on
You like No
repeat.
Surprises? Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. Oh, tell the story.
Yeah.
Tell the story about No Surprises.
Well, I woke up with it in my head, and then I just listened to it over and over again on
I'm not surprised.
line, and then I tried listening to other ones, and then I was like, nope, I still like No Surprises the best.
Yeah,
And then
great song. It was a single, as I mentioned in our OK Computer Experience video, which has not been uploaded yet. Ellen listened to OK Computer all the way through, with a bathroom break and 4 hours or 5 hours of yard work in between. But we listened all the way through to, what was it? Climbing up the walls, and then we finished, I think it was with No Surprises and on, something like that.
Yeah.
Is that right?
3 songs.
Yeah.
The second half was three
And
songs.
Ellen only fell asleep twice throughout the entire.
Maybe we can do
entire
the next
process.
albums not in a car, because I usually fall asleep in cars, in long car rides.
It's true, but,
Well,
but in the
especially-
car
and
we have
listen to-
nothing to do, right?
And with Radiohead
It's like
too.
a good opportunity to like make use of like
No, it is.
driving.
It
and
is.
not
It's
having-
fine. Yeah,
Is
I guess
it?
it's okay.
You do, well, I mean, I don't want you to fall asleep through the whole thing, because then it wouldn't be an OK Computer Experience or In Rainbow's experience. It would just be a sleeping experience.
Well,
Would you
some
say
of the
this song
songs
is
were
sleepy time music?
This is just like a grooving, like,
Would you say the groove is slinky?
I wouldn't use slinky. I just like it. It's just,
Just like it,
it's
okay.
easy. It's just easy to listen to.
Okay, well, I'm the one who has to come up with descriptors for everything. It's part of what I do for a living, so you get a pass.
Thanks.
No worries. But yeah, the OK Computer Experience. We'll edit that and put it up hopefully very shortly. And Ellen, being a non-Radiohead person, getting her first experience with Radiohead, through my curation, right? I decided to start with OK Computer because of a number of reasons, but it being their landmark album, got hailed by Rolling Stone and so many other people as a top rock album of
Really?
the past 25 years or
Wow.
20 years. Yeah.
I thought In Rainbows was their best one.
Widely held as their best. It may be their best, but as a moon-shaped pool has just come out. It's like in Street Fighter where it goes da 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 da. Here comes a new challenger.
Oh.
It's a new challenger. I don't know. I shared my impressions of it in the video where I react and I have my first listen of a moon-shaped pool on camera. That's not how I planned it, but it ended up working out that way, that my first listen was on camera, on the live stream that is almost 4 hours long. But
I
yeah.
tuned in for it.
Oh yes, that's right. That's right. You did, and you. I'm explaining also for the Cruisin folks that my first thoughts about a moon-shaped pool were that it would be hard to challenge a spot of In Rainbows. I think it's already tough to say what your favorite album is of Radiohead's, but I think In Rainbows, had earned that spot, and then each song on In Rainbows, there's like this relationship that you develop with each song, and you become obsessed with that song for a certain amount of time. I think a similar thing will happen with a moon-shaped pool. I've only listened to it once, unless you count the other time that I listened to Daydreaming and Burn the Witch when they were released. I've only listened to the album once, and I want to let it kind of drip in slowly, because trying to figure out all those songs on the spot by ear and teaching them and creating the chord charts.
You might not enjoy it as much.
Yeah, right. Like it's kind of the curse of like building a YouTube channel on some of my favorite stuff. That favorite stuff, I end up having to really like choke on it. I didn't mean it like that.
Like too much at a time? Like you listen to it too much at a time? Is that what you mean?
It's supposed to be family friendly. Oh, it got all sunny all of a sudden. Oh, there you go. So, call an even and straight groove. 4 on the floor. Oh, went to halftime. I just made a video about how I'm sick of 4 on the floor. The truth is, I'm not sick of 4 on the floor, but it's if you use 4 on the floor where the kick drum is happening 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Versus any number of other drum patterns you can play. Wow, this guy totally cut me off. That's crazy. I mean, it's not that I'm sick of 4 on the floor. I'm just the thing I was trying to explain was that 4 on the floor, you better be creative if you're gonna use that. That's like if you know chord progressions, it's like using 1 5 6 4 or 1 4 5. If you're like cooking, it's like saying, oh, you know what? I'm gonna create a burger and try to call it the best burger ever. Because every song you write, you're trying to write the best song you can possibly write in that moment. If you're gonna make a burger, okay, you better make it special. You better add some Tillamook cheddar, Tillamook cheddar, some thick cut applewood smoked bacon, maybe some.
So how come just 1 2 3 4?
1 2 3 4.
Is it just overused? Is that why?
It's overused. It's overused, and if it were overused, it's overused for a reason. It's because it's great. 4 on the floor gets you dancing. 4 on the floor gets you moving. Gets your body like into it. But you can't just have 4 on the floor and call it a great song. And this other thing I was talking about in the video before was sidechain compression. People use sidechain compression, which is like a production trick, to make the kick drum sound bigger. And one of the exaggerated effects of a sidechain compression, like cranked up all the way, is that everything else in the song gets sucked out in kind of an aesthetic. Wah, 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 wah. That's a terrible impression, but the idea is it's supposed to emphasize and contrast with the kick drum, so that when the music disappears, the kick drum sounds bigger by comparison, because there's only so many bytes to describe sound when you're talking about digital. And your speaker can only also has a max amount you can use before max amount of loudness that it can play before the speaker starts to compress and even distort. So DJs, producers, people mixing music, they use that trick a long time. But when you put sidechain compression and the 4 on the floor together, you get a formula that is really, really boring if you don't do it right, if you don't keep it fresh, if you don't keep it original, you know? It's like going to McDonald's and trying to compare it to In-N-Out. Just no. You know, In-N-Out does it right. They do 4 on the floor and sidechain compression with some ambient textures, some really cool harmonics on the guitar. That's what the In-N-Out double-double is. But McDonald's is that's McDonald's. Tired of it. Get it out of here. Yeah, that's 4 on the floor. Sidechain compression. Boring. Here comes another song with 4 on the floor.
There are lots of 4 on the floor now that you explained what it is.
But the thing is, it's great. It's great. But you can't do it and think that that's gonna make your song great. You have to do more. You have to do it right, you know?
Put it on the beat.
Yeah, anyway. And now people are using the auto-tune ever since, you know, T-Pain, who can actually sing.
Who can sing?
He can
like
sing.
crazy.
He's a sanger. Bon Iver started using it very artistically. You know, I have no problem with like trap music or any of that stuff that comes from the Bay Area, the ghettos of the Bay Area. It's cool. It's cool. Warriors, Steph Curry, unanimous MVP, first time ever in the NBA. But you know, the idea is that you can't just throw something on there like it's a formula and expect it to work. There is no formula for good music. Even if you learn music, I spent my whole life thinking about music theory. What goes into a song? What makes a song great? There is no formula. But using music theory, at least
Isn't that the formula?
I would say no. Not the no formula is not the formula.
Oh.
Some things are worth keeping until they're not worth keeping. That I don't know. We're getting really weird and philosophical,
Yeah,
but
we don't need to go there.
the idea is that at least with music theory, there is the benefit of being able to describe and understand and take a hold of some of the things that are really great. And you can explore those things and let those ideas in music theory
So how do people
help you start to write new stuff and innovate.
How do people what's great? Because some people thought that Van Gogh was not great, and it only wasn't until he passed.
Well, the other part of the formula of writing great music is you have to die young.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Just ask Nick Drake or Elliott Smith or Kurt Cobain or Jimi Hendrix, you know? That's the real formula. Gotta get gas. Peace. Cruisin.